Well, Ron, being along here in a second to tell you what we can expect for the rest of the night and tomorrow as far as especially the rainfall. Let's take a look at what we have right now with Pinpoint Doppler, and you can see this line of storms that extends from about El Dorado through the eastern sections of the ArkLaTex. Heaviest rain right now over the southern sections of Shreveport, especially into northern DeSoto Parish. That extends down into Nacogdoches County. You can see these blue boxes here. Those are flash flood warnings, which are currently in place. As I showed you earlier, we've already seen upwards of 2 to 3 inches over this part of the ArkLaTex, and there's plenty more rain on the way. As far as severe weather, we did have a peak wind gust at the Shreveport Regional Airport of 69 miles per hour, almost 70 miles per hour. And you can see these indicators here. Those are areas where we have had recording of wind gust issues, downing a few trees. It's possible we may have had a touchdown there in southern Lafayette County. This report of wind damage along Arkansas Highway 160, very close to that area of rotation we were watching earlier. Of course, we did see lots of wind with these thunderstorms. Now, generally looking at wind gusts of 30 to over 40 miles per hour. We could still have some damaging winds, especially over the southern sections of the area during the next several hours. Now, I mentioned the wind that we've had. Let's take a look at the power outage numbers across the ArkLaTex here, and you can see as I put those up that the numbers over the entire ArkLaTex here, upwards of 70,000 customers with that power. I'm going to touch on some of the locations that have had the most power outages. You can see in KTAL Parish, over 30,000 customers without power, over 10,000 in Bossier Parish. You can see in Panola County, we've had 4,000, almost 2,000 there in Marshall. On a percentage basis, these storms have knocked out anywhere from 20 to 40% of the power over parts of the ArkLaTex from basically Panola County into northwest Louisiana. And again, it looks like we'll see these thunderstorms continue to slide their way towards the south and east here during the rest of the nighttime hours tonight. So for more details on how long this activity will last, let's send it over to Ron with that and how much more rain we could see as well. Ron?
Well, right now we are looking at the HRRR model and showing you from tonight all the way through Monday at noon to 1 o'clock, and you will see more rain, heavy rain and thunderstorms crossing much of the area, and there is a lot more coming where that came from. As far as rainfall totals so far, and this includes what we've already seen, as we go into Monday at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., this is what we're looking at. 1.1 inches in Texarkana, 2.4 in Shreveport, 1.4 in Marshall, only 800s in Mount Pleasant, lesser amounts up to the north, and 2.5 in Natchitoches, and 3 inches in Manny, where that big storm went through. As far as the Weather Prediction Center, for the 7-day rain totals, over 3 inches in Texarkana, also up towards DeQueen, Shreveport over 3 inches, 4 inches over the 7-day period in Marshall, and 3 in much of eastern portions and southern portions of northwest Louisiana and East Texas. And your 7-day forecast says this is not going to stop. In fact, 20% chance tomorrow is the least rain we're going to see all week, but 50%, 60%, 70%, and possible flooding as we go overnight tonight into tomorrow. And as we go into next weekend, we are still looking at least a 30% chance. And that's a look at your 7-day forecast, and we'll be right back.